Yay, the bike peeled over. Name of the game is keep rolling today. Running like a two-stroke, you gotta keep it bouncing. As you saw there, bike doesn't really want to hold idle, and I'm not 100% sure why. I was kind of hoping that revving it up a bit, it would flush out the carb, but I don't think my idle's too low. Yeah, sure enough, he just doesn't want to stay running if I let it sit on idle for a bit. So hopefully this audio is good, by the way, let me know. But yeah, so basically I'm not going to stop riding even if I just talk like this going slow. It's the first ride of the year, 2025. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining 2024. Yeah, so basically this bike's bagged. Like I didn't really do a whole lot of wrenching this winter. It's still winter. And sure enough, it's not running all that great. I have a regulator rectifier coming in the mail. This regulator rectifier is coming in the mail soon. I was gonna buy it for November, and then I was going to Hawaii, so I didn't buy it. And then, sure enough, it was out of stock for December, and then I ordered it at pretty much the end of December, and it was like 3 weeks for it to ship, or like get here. I don't know where I want to go yet, by the way. And the bike sounds different because I just swapped the airbox on it. The top plate, it's still filtered and everything, like it's fine. It's just getting way more air and all the noise just goes straight up, right? So excuse the super loud whenever I hit the throttle. Noisy bike. Where do I want to go? Yeah. Just been kind of doing my own thing, working, and I went to Hawaii in November. And that's the first time I've kind of traveled somewhere for winter, and that was lovely, absolutely lovely. I think I want to go back. So we're just gonna cut along some trails. I usually rip through these a lot faster, go check out some other videos. But I think today it's just take it easy and don't stall kind of night. I'll have the saw, but I'm not gonna stop anything. Yeah, there she is. I don't mind hopping off the bike when I'm at the top of the hill. Well, that's actually not the longest hill, so. But yeah, I was looking for my battery jumper. Couldn't find the cable for whatever reason. I'm not sure why they're separated. Anywho, yeah, this is just a little bit of an update if the audio works out. Otherwise, I'm just exerting energy, yapping on. Might be a little bit windy with this mic setup, but if it works, it's going to be awesome. So, whatever. Testing. You know the drill. Could up the idle, but whatever. And like, oh no. Hey, at least the red fan works. Yeah, so I'm just not gonna stop, even though I've said that 3 times. So yeah, I think it's the regulator rectifier not giving the bike a charge whilst running. And I think I checked all the fuses. I came out to the bike one night after being out, and the floodlights were on, or sorry, the auxiliary lights were on. And I'm not sure why. So I don't know if that's like been a parasitic charge, or sorry, like drain, trough. Yeah, not too sure, So I'm hoping the reg rectifier fixes a lot of my issues. Otherwise, stator is probably shot. It is rough. Great shape stator on a good day. So I don't know. I just don't want to spend money on this bike, man. Like I've been saying it, but it's an old dude. She's 16 years old now. It's 2025. It's 2009, and she's old. She's an old girl. Zoomed through here in the past. Actually only found this trail this fall. So the name of the game is just chill. I haven't ridden since October, I think. I might have to go look in the archives for you guys. But I'm changing that. That's just unacceptable. It's probably the longest, and I say this every winter. First it was 2 weeks, then it was like 3 or 4 weeks, then it was a month and a half or whatever, and now it's been since like seasons go by, right? But yeah, it's been probably since October or something. I think I did a ride right before I went to Maui, and where did I go? This is the start of November. So I'm going a little bit slow so you guys can maybe hear me. And the camera was too low, so sorry. I don't really care at this point. GoPro setup is always jank. Audio is always jank. Light's always jank. Ride, man. It's getting tossed by wet roots. And I don't know, I did mountain bike a lot this winter. Did a bit of night riding. Days have been getting longer since December, what was it, 25th or some shit? So pretty happy about that. And yeah, just kind of been working, and then after work, well, it leaves me like, what, like probably an hour of daylight. Sorry, I wasn't going to send it. If I slip the front, then it's a really bad spot to bump start a bike. Seems to be the trend. Yeah, I really thought that the carb just needed a good flush out, and then I rode here 10 minutes or whatever, 15, and it didn't charge at all. And the bike's been on a trickle. Like last time I tried to ride it, I thought I was trickle charging it. It wasn't. Took out the wrong cord. And yeah, so essentially the battery was good today, like 12.5 volts when I checked before doing anything. And I kind of thought that getting some more air would maybe help it not die, but it sounds really meaty. It sounds like a different bike. but it definitely runs a little bit shittier, I think. Yeah, when I open it up, you guys probably can't hear it at all. But no, I forget what I've posted this year, or this past year, right? How much effort do you give? The answer is not a whole lot. If I'm being honest, I could have wrenched on the 790 lots of times, but I don't know, it's kind of been a weird winter for me, or like fall, and even summer, man. Late summer, I just did not ride. I got this thing back up and going, and sure enough, it just didn't really want to stay going. I went out for a really nice, super nice fall ride. That's on the channel. That's on the top of your screen, or top of your screen right there. Pretty much just like dumped the bike in a stupid way and cracked the throttle tube for like the third time. So I went, of course, to look to buy a new one finally, because this is still the original. I'm pretty sure. I haven't changed it before. And yeah, sure enough, it's no stock for, as far as the eye can see. Completely wanted to go just ride all day, but then I decided to almost gut my entire bathroom and reorganized everything. So that's kind of the way she's been going, right? Like just working, trying to get life situated. No idea why they want to patch their road here. Useless. So yeah, I don't know. I've definitely had the bug to like ride, especially little bike. Like this whole August, September, November, aside from the trip, all I wanted to do was like little bike ride, do some like nasty stuff. But then with the bike just needing bump starts, I went out for a few really fun rides, to be honest. And with the bike just needing to be bump started, and then knowing that I couldn't sink any money into it at all, going to Maui, I was just putting it on the back burner. And then December came and went, man. December disappeared. Ooh, that's a big one. I feel like I just snaked up this last time. Now I'm putting the holes. How do I keep the idle and clutch in? And pick up the rear without letting go of the throttle. Balls. That hurt. No bueno. No bueno. Got one zap, just nuked them. Yeehaw. That was spicy. Well, a little bit. It's just a hole and not being able to stall. Make sure the speakers are mic. Yeah, so I'm really hoping to bring some different content this year. Made some moves for a new audio setup, kind of wireless, kind of not. I'm gonna do a little bit more filming on my phone once I
a bike that I can leave and come back to.
Oh yeah, I remember where this ends up. The city end up. Take it easy. Take it easy, he said. No shame in paddling down this one. This is like, if I ever got up this hill, it wouldn't be on this bike. Oh, yeah, alright. I'd be quite happy with myself. Get back on that bike. That's not a small hill, eh? Oh, I gotta let them breathe. If you see that picture posted on my Instagram, link in the bio if you want to follow me on there. I'm merely posting it. It's not really this late, but then you'll know the story as to why the noise. You'll know the story behind the photo and it's a noisy bike on choke. I'm just cutting, by the way. I don't want to overlay just a 790 foot through here. It's a 792, so if you want a quick lay down or run down on the 790 where it's at, where it's first been, I haven't really felt like wrenching on it, and I've been too cheap to bring it to the dealer. But I think I'm gonna pay someone to check my cams and valve for check. And I think the tanks might be a little bit tight. And hopefully the cams aren't wearing because I bloody well changed oil like every 7,000 kilometers, even though it asks for it every 50. Keep moving. Just ride after this. Yeah, I like took it apart, cleaned it, spent hours doing work and stuff. Oh, that hurt my wrist. Because I'm going to bike straight now. Mountain bikes helps. Put a push forward, not a push forward, canvas insert, and it feels way denser and I don't really like how it rides compared to the tube, but at least I'm not getting a flat every other ride, if not every ride, right? By the way, I'm only sitting down because I'm not really doing any sort of a pace. I'm just putting. I kind of want to go down there. And I kind of have to pee, but I only want to do it if I'm on the top of a big ass hill. So I'm hoping within a week. It says, I think it said that between the 10th and the 20th of January should get here. I don't think I've ever gone down this. there's a log jump. I don't want to do log jump. I don't have my skid plate on. This headlight's pretty good when it's just a headlight. I think I've only ridden it when I've had the auxiliary max through the high beam switch. Oh, I know what it is. Trusting any wet roots, none of them. I miss this. New sunset rides. Sunset rides are always my favorite, man. Back to the 790. Yeah, it's basically just been sitting in the shed, disassembled down to batteries off, tanks off, obviously, engines lifted, the ECU box was up, lifted to the top of the motor. Haven't taken off the rad or suspension or anything, so I might do it this winter. I think the forks should get new oil. Box feels pretty well fine. Maybe I'll just start riding it once those cans are checked and stuff. And a lot's changed since I stopped riding it, right? Like, I don't know, the story is I went for a big trip in July. I was going to go for like at least 10 days to Vernon, and I did go to Vernon, but I broke down in Vernon. But I went to Salmon Arm and a bunch around there for one to see the Sky Adventure group rides. I forget what it's called at this moment. That went great, and then finished the event, started riding solo, and within like probably 45 minutes I was just like putting along. I was backtracking because I was looking for a spot to fly the drone / a view, and I high-sided the bike. It flipped twice because my brain was just turned off, not really paying attention to the train, and I already rode over the train. Never felt like an issue going over this puddle the first time, and it looked like dirt the first time, and the second time it looked like dirt, but it was clay. So I like started touching the throttle, coming out of the corner. Back end was hanging out beside me a second later, and I was off. And I think the bike high-sided, got to the other side of the puddle, caught grip, went down, landed on my foot, crushed my foot, broke, I think it broke the toe. So I'm still feeling it, still feels it. Yeah, I didn't ride it all in August. Didn't want to. September, I started riding again. I did the Get Lost, Find Yourself on T-Rex with the all brothers, and this bike was kind of ready, kind of not, almost ready. But this bike got crumpled a year or two ago, and you can see this is still crooked, but new headlight, because this top plastic, the headlight was fine, the top plastic broke and I just couldn't fix it. It was too too old. The plastics are 16 years old now. Some of them. I think the only plastic that's left is this one here. These are new, these are new. Front fender's new, that's all for KX. Aftermarket KX. I definitely could have like rent a lot. I definitely had time and I just spend that time doing other stuff. I don't know, it's life. Usually, if you guys have known me at all, you know that I wouldn't say eat, sleep, dirt bikes or dual sport ADV, whatever. But it's definitely my favorite, and it's always been my favorite since I got into it. Activity. It's always, oh, how can I like mix fishing with moto? When I got into fishing, I didn't even want to fish. I just wanted to moto and fish, right? And same with photography. Like photography, I was into it before moto. But yeah, I was like, oh, like this bike is gonna be awesome. This bike in particular, because what got me into motorcycling. This bike here, I've been riding it since 2013. Oh man, time is blown. 2015 actual dual sport. I think we had it in like my family. My dad and I had it in like 2013. So 2009, we got it in 2013. And man, it's been around. You guys are new to the channel. It's been to California, it's been into Nevada, Oregon a couple times, BC a bunch, of course. That's where I'm at. Yeah, definitely this bike changed my life, and it's a little bit on still after it. It's still, what do we got? Like 58,000 kilometers only. I think some were missed. Beautiful night. Right now, I don't know if you guys are watching anything, care about anything, but Mars, well, might be able to see it at the end of the ride. It's super close to the moon. The moon was so bright last night. It was like daylight. And even I went night skiing on Friday, Mount Washington here on the island. It's Friday nights for 25 bucks, if you guys didn't know. Highly recommend. And I like this little loop. I think I've done it a few times but faster, and it just goes by pretty quick, but you just kind of cut along, push along. Kind of nice little snake loop. I don't want to do anything like hill climbing and stuff, like I already said, probably because I don't want to stall. If I can adjust it that way. Chain's loose, you can feel that. Ooh, foot landed straight into that stuff. I need a new boot. So. I thought the low end was like nothing. The airbox off. I think I've also just cleared out some bad fuel from the carb, and like whenever this bike, it's so picky. It's a carbureted bike, keep in mind, hey. But this one, it's so picky. I think if I gave this bike to anyone, they would just return it, and they would probably try to stab me. Because it's so picky on how it starts. Tonight I had to use quick start, but pretty much like if I don't ride it for a couple months, it's winter time. It doesn't like winter, right? Have to bump start it because the stator's just like shot, right? Yeehaw! that little microphone that you might have just saw is on my chest right there, so if you can't see. That'd be awesome if it, the tires clogged. I was like, oh, I'm gonna use the pin lock, and I started the ride off the pin lock, and sure enough, it's just no dice. But yeah, once I figure out the audio levels, this mic is supposed to have like a hot shoe mount, or cold shoe. And sync it with the GoPro. But once I'm like actually riding and stuff, I'm gonna put this mic into the helmet somehow and hope that works. Or might be too close. So I'm hoping like on the chest or like somewhere on the collar would be awesome. Oh my god, maybe that's it, man. I'm having fun. I want to keep riding, but I don't really want to get caught out in the dark. I guess I'll be responsible. This is once. Yeah, weeks and weeks of rain. So the weather's been atrocious. And then this week it's just full. Ooh, that's a step now. Look at that. It's so dark in the forest. This is where I like stalled the bike last time and got stuck and almost didn't make it out. Almost had to push the bike out. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? Right on cue, man. I didn't do that on purpose. Is my wheel even moving there? Something locked up my tire. Something just like locked this thing up, man. There we go. Damn, I so didn't do that on purpose. Like, I think a rock got into the chain because that was tight. Can't bump it if it's. Look at that. Starts right up, just not with the starter. Yeah, there's definitely something just in the chain. That's kind of weird that it decided to stall right when I talked about it. Anyways, yeah, so hopefully this regulator rectifier fixes my issues in the next week or two. I'll probably still just keep riding this week when the weather's nice and just do this, you know, stopping, keep the throttle on. So this is fun, this is great. I love, oh, sharp. Love riding the bike when it's running. It's not when I have to start it, as of right now. Look at that, eh? But yeah, this is just full on night riding for you guys now. So thank you guys for watching. Happy New Year. Thank you guys so much for joining me in the 2024 season. Really appreciate your time. I know I didn't post a whole lot or anything. Same with Instagram. That's dead, but we're gonna be changing that. So yeah, subscribe, like,